What's up guys, it's Daryl from Twin Genetics. Unfortunately there's no partner in crime today, I'm on my own, so yeah, it's been a while. I haven't uploaded on YouTube for a while. I think it's been almost 10 months now. I think June 2019 was the last video uploaded. I did have a fair bit of footage to upload last year, but in the end I didn't bother uploading it for reasons I won't go into today. But yeah, considering I'm in lockdown, I've got time on my hands, I thought it'd be a good opportunity to upload some more footage or content. So what's better than doing a full day of eating? I'll take you through exactly what I eat for the day. I'll try and give you some hints and tips if you can, and help you along the way. If I help one person today, then I'm happy with that. So yeah, what I'll do today, take you through the full exactly what I eat, how I do it, etc, etc. It might not be that interesting, but we're limited to what content we can really provide with the current situation. So the other thing as well, I'll also be uploading a shoulder workout from home. I do have limited equipment in the house, so I'm going to utilise that and try and give some tips for people who do have limited equipment like I do to hopefully give you some tips for a home workout, etc. And we'll jump on the home workout bandwagon. I know they've been being bashed on Instagram a bit, but people are just trying to help people in a shit situation. There'll be no tricep extensions with frying pans though here. I know that's been criticised quite a bit on YouTube, but and Instagram. So no, so like I said, full day of eating, shoulder workout. I'll literally run you through every single thing I eat, even down to a snack, because I just think people like full days of eating for some reason. I don't really know why, but they find it quite interesting. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoy the video so far. I know it's only been me talking, but if you do enjoy the video by the end, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next clip where I'll be eating my first meal. So for the first meal of the day, this is by far my favourite meal of the day. I don't know why, I've always had chocolate oats. It's so basic to make, and it's a really good, like, macro-friendly meal to have. I start with obviously oats. I use the Morn Flake oats, they're the best ones at the supermarket. I don't know why, they're just the most creamy out of anyone. Some shops like Aldi and their home brand is quite crap really. Tastes horrible, so I recommend just paying the extra for the nicer oats, because if you're going to be eating them every day like I do, it's best to get the nice ones. So literally start with some weighing scales. If you have a set of weighing scales and you are tracking your macros, then you really need to get some of these, because it's important to know exactly what you're eating. So literally stick the bowl on the scales, stick 100 grams into the bowl. Always go over. Take some out, because I'm quite anal like that, so I'll take some out. Got 102 in there. I'm not going to do sleep over 102. I literally take it off the scales. I've got about 300 ml of water in here. Just pour it on. It's as simple as that. You set that aside and then stick it in the microwave later, and I'll show you the next, once it's soaked, I'll show you the next stage of the process, if you call it. It's just oats, but yeah, literally 300 ml of water, 100 grams of oats, let it soak. If you haven't got time to let it soak for an hour and you're greedy and you're starving, then you probably want to just stick it straight in the microwave and it works fine. Maybe back off on the water a bit, but no, as it is, leave it soak for half an hour, maybe up to an hour. So once you finish soaking your oats, stick them in the microwave. You want to have 1 minute to give it a good stir. Another minute, give it a stir, and another 30 seconds, you should be there or thereabouts. You want it quite thick, because when you add the whey protein, I'm not sure why, but it tends to thin the mixture down. So yeah, stick it in the microwave for about 2.5 minutes, stirring in between. As simple as that really. So once your stuff's microwaved, it goes quite thick and gloopy, but you can easily overdo it, so just be careful with that. Sat on the scales. What I put into mine is cocoa powder. It's just for drinking and baking. It's just like plain raw cocoa powder. It's not drinking chocolate, it's just raw. It tastes really bitter, so the reason I added to my protein is to make it more chocolatey, but the whey protein itself adds the sweetness to it. So I put a large teaspoon of this in. It's about 10 grams I think usually. Yeah, so that's 10 grams already. And then I do put whey protein. This isn't actually Optimum Nutrition whey protein, so apologies for that. I just used to recycle the tub. This is probably about 5 years old. I get most of my stuff from Myprotein. In here is natural chocolate from Myprotein. It's just Impact Whey. It's really good. It's not the best of quality Myprotein, but it's good enough, and for saving yourself some money and stuff, it's pretty good. So Optimum Nutrition I used to have all the time religiously when I had less money, strangely enough, but it's got so expensive. Optimum Nutrition is one of the best on the market, but I don't really feel it's worth the extra mile. But that being said, if you really care about getting a good quality protein, then Optimum Nutrition is probably the one. But if you're looking to, if you haven't got much money and you're looking to get a bulk buy-in, you get 5 kilos for around £50 on Myprotein. I actually think I got ordered 5 kilos last week, and I think it came in at about 47 quid, which is really good. I think the equivalent sack then with Optimum Nutrition is about 70 or 80 pounds, so the price difference is quite a lot. So I literally take 40 grams of whey protein and just dump that into the bowl. I'm quite anal with the weight accuracy, so bear with me on that. So that's literally it, and once it's done that, you mix it all in. It goes quite smooth and nice, it's almost like a cake mixture, and yeah, it's really good. I have this every day religiously. I'd recommend it to anyone starting out with the gym. You've got your carbs, your protein, and a small bit of fat from the cocoa powder, so it's pretty good. What I'm going to do now is smash this, and I have this with a black coffee. For all you coffee haters and connoisseurs, yeah, I do have an espresso machine, and that's all I use, just for ease. We do have a cafetiere, but like I said, every day cleaning that was a bit of a ball ache. So if you're looking for something for speed, an espresso machine is really good. So yeah, I'm going to eat this up now. It's getting pretty late. We're going to go for a walk in a bit. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next clip. So for our evening meal, we kind of prep this in the morning, just so we can kind of let it cook all day in the slow cooker, which is, the best way to have a chili in our opinion. This is a basic recipe. This is you need some diced beef, which is like 400 grams. You need a pepper, an onion, some chili, fresh chili there, fresh garlic, and chopped tomatoes, and that's literally the basis of the meal. It's so easy. We kind of live off that during the lockdown, because it's just easy. You can make quite a big meal out of it and kind of stretch it out to the next day to have for lunch. So it's a really good way of it's quite healthy. There's not much fat that goes into it. You use about 5 ml of olive oil, maybe 10, and that's all we really use for this. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to prep all this and just fry it off in the pan and literally just sling it in the slow cooker. I'll show you a selection of the spices on film, what we use in there, and if anyone's really interested in the recipe, they can inbox me on Instagram, whatever, let me know if they really want it. But it's one of the easiest recipes you can do. If you can't make this, then you really need to start going to cooking lessons or something, because it's really, really easy. The funny thing is just the amount of spices and stuff you need is quite a lot. So, but once you've got them, they're cheap as hell. You go down the world food aisle at most supermarkets and you can get them. And yeah, once you've got them in your cupboard, you just you can use them for up to 10 chilies probably. So yeah, one thing I didn't mention is the mixed beans. These go right at the end, because if you put these in first, they end up going like pulp, and it's really horrible. So yeah, we're just gonna me and Louise now, we're gonna just chop all this stuff up, shove it in the pan. Try and get some montagey pictures of it if I can. I'm not amazing with the camera, but I'll try. And yeah, this is our evening meal.
Right.
What's up guys, just about to cook a lunch, and just today I'm going to go for liquid egg whites and some New York bagels. It's kind of a staple in my diet. I eat this quite often. Really easy to do. If you can't do this guys, again, you need to just, you know, get a bit of practice in the kitchen. It's really basic stuff this. So literally all I'm going to do is crack 2 eggs into a protein cup, stick the protein cup on the scales and top it up with some liquid egg whites from Bulk Powders. These are really good. These are really good product. This is. I go through quite a lot of this. I probably go through maybe a bottle and a half a week. I usually just do 2 whole eggs. Top it up with this. The reason I don't use whole eggs completely is because the fat content in the yolk. It's not really, or the yolk is bad for you. Is you don't want to consume all your calories with just egg yolk. So this allows you to add the extra protein from the egg whites. Plus you get 2 yolks in the whole eggs anyway. So it's not really the end of the world. So what do I crack? 2 whole eggs into the protein cup, top it up with the egg whites, and then I'll put that into the pan. I use some pan spray, which is 1 calorie per spray, so I think this is the garlic one. Yeah, it's really easy, and I'll just toast off the bagel, so that's what I'm going to do. Well, this is all mixed up in the protein cup. It's just a bit of 60 ml of milk, 270 grams of liquid egg whites, and 2 whole eggs. So I'm just going to stick this in the pan now, put some pan spray in, like I said, it's 1 calorie spray. Just fry this off into an omelette kind of thing. And then stick the bagel in the toaster, and then that's lunch completed. So I'm going to stick some seasoning on this. I usually put black pepper, salt, parsley, and some onion granules, and that's all I already put onto the omelette. That's what I kind of have most days. It's just an easy meal to get your proteins in, and the bagel's good for a small amount of carbs, but not, you know, like a whole pack of rice. So yeah, I'm going to eat this up. I'll show you when the finished article, once it's all done, and then yeah, yeah, it's done now. So right guys, this is all cooked up now. Like I said, there's 1 New York cinnamon and raisin bagel with a bit of light flora butter on there, which is a low calorie butter. A 2 whole egg omelette with additional egg whites and a bit of barbecue sauce on the top. I'll put the calories up on the screen if anyone's curious by that. Like I said, it's a basic meal to eat. If it's not chicken and rice, usually it's this, and vice versa. It's straightforward. If you guys can't make this, then, you know, go and speak to mum, because she will be able to help you out with this. So it's really easy to cook up. I enjoy eating this, probably one of my other favourite meals as well, to be honest, that with oats. And yeah, I'm starving now, so I'm going to cut to the chase and get this eaten. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next clip. What's up guys, just smashed my lunch now. I was so hungry. Me and Mrs went for a walk down the local park to try and get some of our steps in today. We're usually trying to aim towards 10,000 steps a day, like, you know, the requirements or the guidelines they say is 10,000 a day. We usually use our phones to kind of give ourselves a good guide for that, but I didn't quite achieve 10 today. My girlfriend's already been out on her run today this morning for the first time in about 5 years. So yeah, I'm going to go out later. So I'm going to eat this up, this apple. Like I said before, sometimes you need about 10 minutes after you've eaten to really register the food, and sometimes you still feel hungry, and there's always an instinct to go straight to the cupboard and get something else. So usually if I'm still feeling hungry straight after food, I'll go and get a piece of fruit or something, or a big glass of water, and usually after 10 minutes I'm not actually even hungry. So I'm going to eat this. We're going to watch got 2 episodes left of Ozark. We're going to watch 1 episode. After that I'm going to do a shoulder workout, which I'll get on camera. And then I'll go back out then into the local area and try and get my 10,000 steps up. I've only got about 4,000 left, so yeah, I'm going to get this down my neck, watch 1 episode of Ozark, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip. What's up, guys? Just finished the 9th episode of Ozark. No, 8th episode, sorry. Got 2 episodes left of season 3. Probably the best season since the second season wasn't that great. The first was pretty epic, but no, I think the third one is probably the best season so far. Unfortunately, can't watch any more Ozarks. Time to work out. I'm going to take 1 scoop of this MV pre-workout. I've got the Jolly Candy Apple. I highly rate this pre-workout. I've had many pre-workouts in the past, and I must admit that's probably one of the best I've ever taken. You're probably thinking he's working out at home, he's in lockdown, why is he taking a pre-workout? I'm only taking half a scoop of it. To be honest, I think half a scoop just kind of gets me in the mood, ready to work out. Being at home in the house all day, every day, just makes me feel a bit lethargic. And I think the pre-workout just helps, you know, it's a bit of stimulation, and it kind of gets you in the frame of mind, and you know, it just wants you to get kind of a get up and go kind of feeling. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm also going to snack down on one of these chocolate rice cakes. I don't eat these all the time. I eat these when I'm quite hungry, usually before my pre-workout. I usually have 2 before I work out, probably half an hour before, just to give me a bit of boost of energy, a bit of carbohydrates, a bit of glycogen in the muscles ready to work out. So I'm going to chow down on this, drink the pre-workout, and yeah, I'll run you through the tutorial for the shoulder workout. So the first exercise, like I said, is face pulls. So you want to grab the band, hook it around the back of the door. You want to give yourself some slack, or this much apart. Pull, have it a wide, shoulder width apart. Bring yourself backwards, so there's some tension in the band. You want to pull towards your face. And as you get towards your neck, and the band touches your neck, squeeze, pull and squeeze. You want to hold it for a couple of seconds. At the bottom, 1, 2. You should feel this in your rear delts. If you don't feel it in your rear delts, then you're not doing it correctly. Nice and slow, don't rush it, there's no need to rush. With the band workouts, you tend to slow the exercise right down. And that's your first exercise. The reason we do this as our first exercise is to warm the rear delta. You used to get quite a lot of rotator cuff issues. I found doing rear delts at the start of the workout, not pre-exhausting them, getting them warmed up to you, so you're not smashing heavy weights, you're just getting high volume through them and getting them properly warmed up in the joint, and then you get a much better performance in the rest of the workout, in my opinion. Anyone who gets rotator cuff issues, I always say to them, why don't you try doing your rear delts first, maybe 1 or 2 exercises for rear delts, do 3 sets of 15 for each exercise, 2 exercises. I guarantee you after about 6 weeks your rotator cuff issues will probably have gone away. Not 100%, they might somewhat have a small niggle, but incorporating some rear delts into your workouts prior to starting the heavy dumbbell pressing and the rest of the accessory movements on shoulders, I guarantee you it will help your rotator cuff issues. Right guys, this is exercise 2, this is for your front delts. It's like a front bar raise. This is pretty bog standard. You can do this in the gym, you can use it on the cables, whatever. Like I said, we've got a limited setup here, we've got quite a good barbell, so I'm going to do front barbell raises for your front delts. So how this starts is, you want to get your in a normal position, feet kind of shoulder width apart. You want to grab the bar, so imagine you're going down to collect the bar, put your arms by your side, go down to grab the bar shoulder width apart, like this. Pick the bar up. Bar, make sure your palms, your hands are parallel with your forearms. You don't want your wrists like this or your wrists too far over like this. You want to just keep them parallel. Look for chest up. And then you don't want to go too high. You want to kind of go perpendicular to your body. So you want to go up to here. Squeeze. And slow down. You're trying to keep your body still, control the bar, control the movement. You don't want any jolting up and down or jerking or letting the weight fall down itself. You want to control the weight back down to the neutral position. Do 12 to 15 reps of this. The reason we didn't start with a shoulder press or something like that is because we're restricted with weights, how much weight we can push here at home. So my theory behind it is start with all the isolation movements first, not exhaust the shoulder, but get the shoulder warmed up and hopefully slightly fatigued. And when you get to the shoulder pressing, then the weight does seem a lot heavier than it should be if you were starting out, because the muscle's fatigued, the energy's a lot lower, and the weight's just going to seem slightly heavier. It's almost like it's not an illusion, but because we're restricted with the amount of weights we have in the house, we can't lift heavy weights at home. So that's the theory behind doing all the isolation movements first and then the heavy pressing afterwards. I say heavy pressing, the shoulder pressing. Right guys, exercise 3 is shoulder press. Unfortunately we don't have a bench press. I have bought one, but Parcel Force have let me down. They didn't deliver on time, so we just got to use what we've got today. So this is dumbbell shoulder press. We also use a bench for this, but we don't have one. So we're using this footstool here to use as a backrest. Once you've got the backrest up and against the chair, pick the dumbbells up and just press as usual. I'm not going to try and do a running commentary as I'm doing the exercise because I've got heavy weights. I don't want to put anything through the floor, and yeah, we haven't got a gym environment, so it's just the way it is. But with shoulder press, you just want to control the weight because, like I said before, we don't have the weight at home like we do in the gym. So as long as it's more about technique. Doing home workouts is more to do with the technique and get the technique correctly and engaging the muscle correctly. There's no point trying to load a heavy weight onto one dumbbell and press one dumbbell because it's not going to work for anybody. So we're just going to control the weight. I'm going to flip the weights up and just try and get maybe 12 reps out of this and see how I get on. But yeah, you'll see in this next clip. That looks a little more awkward than it is. Well, it's quite awkward, but like I said, you just got to use what you've got at home. And we are limited with equipment here, so we're just making the best of a bad situation. And that concludes exercise number 3. Right guys, the 4th exercise for shoulders. This is the last one for shoulders, and then we move on to traps. There's only one exercise for traps. So the 4th exercise is a lateral dumbbell raise. Doing a single arm ones, not together. Only because I find it better if you do it on their own. It's more of an isolation I find for the shoulder rather than doing them together. I don't know, I just find the contractions a lot better in my opinion. What works for me might not work for you, but for me this works perfectly. For this one I'm going to use this door frame. And you guys at home, if you've got some dumbbells or even some bands or whatever, you can do exactly the same thing. Pick up the weight or whatever resistance you have and step up close to the door frame. I've got my hand on the other side like this, pushing against here, on the other side to stop me, keep me steady and stop me moving. So I've got my chest against the door frame. You can either look straight ahead or you can look to the sides, up to you. I can, in between the set, kind of have a glance over, check my technique's correct. So with this, you don't want to come up and straight up like this. You want to kind of keep your body upright, chest out, and bring the weight so your kind of hands turn slightly forward. So if I'm looking directly down the camera, the dumbbell should slightly be like this as you come up. You don't want to directly go flat out. So as you come up, you twist forward slightly up to here, and then slowly back down to the neutral position. And you continue off with that. Do 12 to 15 reps on each arm. The weight is slightly tilted forward. Remember, the top of your hand should be parallel with your forearm. One thing you can do to this, you can extend outwards and flick the weight up that way. That's also a good way of making it slightly harder, because you're moving the shoulder and the weight will kind of fall neutrally further without hitting the side of your body. So yeah, that's the last remaining exercise for shoulders. The next exercise will be the one and only for traps. Right guys, this is the fifth and final exercise of the workout, and this is for your traps. It's not something I'd always necessarily do at the end of shoulders, but considering the circumstances we're in, this is where I found the split, my weekly gym split works best, is the way I've done it like this. So I'm going to finish up with, some people do traps at the end of the back workout, whereas I do it on the end of my shoulders workout. It's just personal preference. Like I said, whatever works for you, whatever works for me, works for me. So find your balance, find what works for you, and continue doing that. If it works well for you, then I recommend just going forward with stuff that works for you. If you see blokes doing stuff that don't work for you, don't bother doing it. It's just personal preference. So this is for your traps. It's an upright row. It's quite a hard exercise to get right if you've never done it before, but most people who've been in the gym for at least a few years will kind of have seen this being done in the gym before. They probably do it themselves. It's a good, really good finisher for your delts and mainly targeting your traps. The only one thing to note on this is you always wrap your thumbs around the other way, whereas a lot of the shoulder exercises you wrap your thumb like this, whereas with this one your thumb's over the back of the bar with your other fingers. So your thumb over the back with the other fingers. And with this, it's not a wide upright row. It's a narrow upright row to target your traps mainly. Like I said, get your hand position, a comfortable position for yourself. I like to go quite narrow because I find that works great in targeting and isolation the delts and the traps themselves. So feet shoulder width apart. Get your hand position correctly. As you can see, mine's quite narrow. I've got my chest out, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to kind of imagine I'm on a Smith machine, and I'm just pulling the bar straight up to underneath my chin. What you're going to try and do is get your elbows up with the bar, because I see a lot of people doing these wrong. So as you come up, you pull up your body, and then squeeze there. Then control the weight down. And you should feel that in your side delts and your traps. And then again, pull up, squeeze at the top, and come down. Pull up, come down. And you should feel that in your traps. And finish off 15 reps of these to warm up with. See how my elbows are coming up to the top with the bar. You might want to use some chalk on this if you've got it at home, because the bar can be quite slippery if you're starting to sweat. If you can't feel that in your traps or in your delts, you're doing it wrong. Drop the weight and you revise your technique. Squeeze. Squeeze at the top. Control the weight down. pull up your body and down. Squeeze. If you find it comfortable, find it too comfortable, it's not heavy enough. Find it too hard and it's more uncomfortable in your joints and stuff, it's too heavy, back the weight off, get the technique right. We're here to get the technique right, we're not here to lift the world, we're doing home workouts, we're not doing powerlifting or anything. So that concludes the workout. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you took some tips from it. Like I said before, if you've got limited equipment like I have at home, utilise it. Don't feel because everyone else is using bands you have to use them also. If you utilise the equipment you've got, because you're never going to get another chance to do this again. There's going to be once in a lifetime occurrence, I think, this lockdown. So try and maintain as much shape and muscle as you can that you've gained before the lockdown occurred. Like I said, I try and throw in a few band exercises because some people will have limited equipment, but I'm going to utilise the stuff I've got. Anyone else would do the same thing with the same equipment. So I hope you guys enjoyed the workout. I've got some steps to do back outside again. I've got 4,000 steps, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. Whether I'm going to go out and do that now, I'm going to have some food first, wait an hour and do it a bit later on. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that workout. I'll catch you guys in the next clip. Right guys, this is the kind of, not the final meal of the day, but my final main meal of the day. I'll have a few snacks after this, but just finished my 10k steps for the day. I don't know if you see down the camera there. Hopefully that focused in. Yeah, finished my 10k. I'm trying to hit 10k every day at the minute, just to kind of, I just think it keeps you regular, keeps the body ticking over, and I think it's just good to get out sometimes, get your steps in within the government guidelines though. So right, back to the final meal. I say final main meal rather. I've half a pack of this. This is whole grain rice from Tesco. It's cheap as hell. I can't be bothered boiling rice. If you can't afford to buy these rices, then obviously boiled rice is fine, but this is 45 pence for what is called 2 portions. But I have half a pack of that, 125 grams of rice. I could eat the whole packet easily and probably another one, but I'm not going to. The chili's now done. This is something I'm going to have to eyeball, which you can think, oh no, you should be tracking. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. I've been doing this long enough now, I know kind of how much protein I'm going to be getting. I know exactly what's gone into the meal, so I can kind of ratio per portion, so I'm not too worried about that. But I'll put the calories on the screen. There will be estimated calories for this meal because, like I said, it's not going to be fully accurate, but I've been doing this so long now, eyeballing is kind of second nature to me, and I don't really need to track, but I only track because, like I said before, I'm a bit anal like that. So yeah, I'm going to plate this up, stick this in the microwave, and I'm going to enjoy my last meal. And yeah, you'll see in the next few clips the snacks I have usually after my main meal. Right guys, so I've got this plated up now. As you can see there, it's in the camera, chili con carne. This is like not minced beef, it's chunks of beef left in the slow cooker for about 8 hours. It's much better than the minced meat chili, but yeah, this is the kind of portion I have. Like I said, I'm going to eyeball this into MyFitnessPal, and I think that's literally the last main meal of the day I'm going to have. So yeah, I'm going to chow down and enjoy this, and I'll see you guys in the next clip. Right guys, this is just finished my chili. Still pretty hungry. Had quite a bad day yesterday, like I explained in the intro to this video. It's just going to have a quick snack. This is a snack I always rely on. It's Greek yogurt, 0% fat stuff. It's not the original Fage, or I don't know how you pronounce it the real way, but this is like the Aldi rip-off. Like Aldi doesn't know anything about what copy or anything, but this is a cheap alternative to that yogurt. I have this quite often. I supplement it with some whey protein if I'm struggling to get my protein in for the day. This is natural vanilla from Myprotein. I only put 15 grams of this in. It's not necessary to bump my protein up necessarily today. This is just for more flavour, to add the vanilla flavour to it. But if I'm struggling to get my protein in, I usually add 25 to 30 grams of this, but today I've only added 15 of this in. And I'm going to add some blueberries in with this, so I'm going to 250 grams of the yogurt, 15 grams of this, and then 150 grams of blueberries. I should be near my protein total, probably a bit short today, but yeah, I'll see what happens later on this evening. I know it's getting quite late now, but if I need to supplement a bit more protein, I'll find something. So yeah, this is the final kind of meal, so to speak, or final snack, and then yeah, I'll see where I am. Right guys, this is all mixed up, ready to go. I'm just going to shout down on this. Watch the season 3 of Ozark, episode 9. Only 2 hours left of Ozark, so I'm pretty good. That's going to be finished. But no, I'm looking forward to eating this. Like I said, it's the last proper food I'm going to be eating today. So I'm going to tap all my calories into MyFitnessPal, see where I am. If I need to add some more food in, I will document it on the camera. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video so far, and I'll catch you guys in the next clip. What's up guys, kind of come to the end of the day, worked out my calories, and I'm a bit short on protein, so I'm looking for something pretty quick to have. It's not something I usually do this late at night, but I'm 20 grams short of my usual protein intake. As I said at the start of the video, yesterday was quite a bad day. It was Easter Sunday. It was the first Easter I've had in about 3 or 4 years where I wasn't dieting, so yesterday I just went all in, enjoyed the day. I don't regret it. I'm not competing for a show, so today I want to keep my calories not low but just on the lower end, so I've managed to hit my calorie intake for protein. I've hit about 2,350 calories, which is about 250 calories off my usual daily allowance. So yes, here's my breakdown of my calories for today. I'm not sure if this will focus very well, but I'll put it up to the screen anyway, if I can focus. I think that's focused in. So today I've hit 204 grams of protein, 238 grams of carbohydrates, and 63 grams of fat. So I'm pretty happy with that breakdown today. That's pretty near my macros. I'm 62 short on carbs, which I kind of intended to do on rest days. I usually do that, but obviously with my high calorie intake yesterday, taking 60 grams of carbs off my calories is not the end of the world. It's probably a good thing already. So yeah, that concludes my full day of eating really. So the last snack I'm going to be eating before I go to bed. I'll probably go to bed in about half an hour's time. So this is a USN protein bar. You get these in Home Bargains, which is a bargain store in the UK. I think they're £1.25, which is an absolute bargain because they're very similar to the Grenada bars, which are usually about £2.50 in most supermarkets. So no, this one's the chocolate brownie flavour. They also use banana waffle, which is amazing. Very much like the Grenada bar. So get involved with these at Home Bargains. I definitely recommend Home Bargains for some supplements. They do have really good bargains there, and stuff like oats and etc, stuff like that, and cereals. Like I said guys, this concludes the video, my full day of eating video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's awkward circumstances for everybody, they're unforeseen, nobody saw this coming. So if I provided any interesting content for anybody, or a little bit of content or entertainment value to anybody, then I'll be grateful. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom, and if you give the video a thumbs up, I'd appreciate that very much. Hope you guys enjoyed the video anyway. I'll catch you guys in the next video.